welcome to our reading number 2 for Tuesday, the 8th of November, 2016. Remember, this is a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you are wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. It could be the first reading I did. See how it feels for you. In the end, how you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for that wave? Crashing into the wave? Riding the wave or ignoring the wave? Feel free also to make this an interactive video with me if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the links below. See if there's more depth, clarity, signs, and symbols for today for you in those links, in the videos, in the lyrics, and show your love and support to the artists and musicians. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me. This reading was slightly interrupted a few times, so it's going to be a little choppy, but I think it all comes together in the end. So thank you for joining me. I love you, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, welcome to reading number 2 for Tuesday. So it's, I guess, a 2 for Tuesday here. I did a Celtic Cross reading late last night, so the Celtic Cross is the earlier reading of the 2. See which resonates for you. Let's begin with the wisdom of the oracle and see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all for Tuesday, October 8th, 2016. Let's begin with one card for clarity on today's energies. This reading I'm going to do as usual. I'm going to go back to just my normal flow and see how it goes here. So let's start with one card. Happy, happy. Well, that's a nice card to begin with, guys. 26. So that brings us to an 8. It brings us back into power, back into our own strength. It's being happy in the moment, feeling free in the moment. I like the little hummingbird in this card. This is allowing yourself to feel fulfilled. In the now, it's feeling joy, feeling contentment, feeling happy. You know, it's trusting that everything is well. Everything's good. You know, everything is coming full circle. Everything is, I hear healing, but it's desires being fulfilled. It's having that wish for your birthday and getting that wish. Having that desire and then seeing it come into fruition in front of your eyes. It's blessings that are effortless or feel like they are effortless. So it's feeling free in a situation, feeling like a situation's blessed today. So let's get more clarity on 26. I'm going to use my Voyager Tarot here. It's a very big deck. So let's get more clarity on 26. Happy, happy for the 8th. That's cool. 26 brings us to an 8. So the 8th. It's also telling us to lighten up a little bit, you know, don't get so wrapped up in things that are weighing you down. It's telling you to sort of lighten up, you know, find the joy in the now that you have. Find something beautiful in the moment that you're in to be grateful for. All right, let's get one card for clarity on 26. Happy, happy. Wow, that's a nice day so far. This is beautiful decisions. This is the Lovers. This is also one of my favorite Lovers cards. Children of the Voice Divine. I guess I went a little nerd on this at one point. Sometimes I sort of wish I didn't, but I feel like it's there for a reason. So speaking our divine song, I feel like these two were just carved out of the same stone. I mean, I'm sure it was, but I feel like that's the point. Eye to eye. I mean, look at how equal they are. They're just like touching each other's eyeball, like it's one eye together, you know? There's a broken rose. I see like a flute, and there's like a lion hidden in the jungle, like hidden in the, well, there's two, a lion and a lioness. There's a black snake hidden, a little baby, a duck that sees its reflection, two people on the beach just enjoying themselves in actually at the nights under the night sky, and then just the snow. So look at this picture. I'll let you see it. There's these people here, broken. There's the snake, its reflection, the flute, and the lion, the lioness, and the little baby. But this is trusting, okay, the 6, or the Lovers, is the major arcana. It's making decisions out of love. It's allowing others to have freedom to make decisions that they love as well. And then also trusting the divine decisions of the universe, how things have unfolded around us, around you, how you handle your situation with the divine, your own connection. So it's having a choice between yourself and this person, and yourself and the divine, and yourself and the earth, you know, and this person having the same freedom all around. And faith, love, partnerships. It's healing partnerships too here. So this is where you had, you know, something unseen before, or something that wasn't bringing you together before. And I feel like you're choosing to come back to home base, to where you belong. I don't know. That's a really intense card. The Lovers, I feel like it's just one soul. That's what I'm seeing here. So that's a rather intense thing to say about something. So maybe we're all feeling as one, you know, our decisions are working together as one. We're all using our heart. We're all allowing freedom of choice for ourselves and others, and trusting that everything unfolds as it should, that there's divine protection in this situation. I feel like these are choices we love for everybody, you know. It's bringing everybody back to their own connection, everyone back to their own balance between your own masculine and feminine here. And maybe the masculine and feminine in your relationships, you and your job, you and your projects, you and your children, you and your husband, you and your wife, you and your parents, you know, and you and yourself. This is, I hear independent, loving choices that bring us unity. So I hope that made sense. I'm getting different things with this Lovers. It's like a collage. So I see like both of you using your third eye or your higher self in this decision. you know, connecting your hearts together, choosing to reach out to one another and hold each other, support one another today. You supporting somebody else supporting you, choosing to help you choosing to help someone else. I feel like there's just embracing here, kissing, support, love, coming together, feeling whole, feeling united, and yet feeling free. Yeah, let's go to the Angel Tarot and get another card for the lovers. I feel like with the lovers, there's always guidance as well. If you ask, you know, if you pray, if you look for the signs and you allow something to be, it's like falling into fate a little bit, even though you feel like it's sort of supposed to be, you're sort of a part of it too. You have to be a part of it, and allow it to be so at the same time. I hope that made sense. So it's definitely looking at the blessings and having gratitude for what you have around you. You know, really looking at that. I feel like it's also just being appreciative of the people we have around us, that, you know, the people here to say I love you, to you, to, you know, back to them. I feel like there was something, I keep looking at this rose and it was broken. Like there was something unfolding before and it got broken before its time or stompled on, but you still felt or smelled the essence of that love, that grace, that beauty, and now there's something bonding again. So I feel like there's an again with this card. Like it's a reestablishment, a reconnection, an energy healing, a redo, a retry, or something brand new that felt like it was always meant to be. Like the puzzle pieces finally came together. I just heard a song, and I think it's the Postal Service. I don't know I'm not sure of the name of the song, but I know a line is something about the freckles in our eyes perfectly aligned, and when they come together, la 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 la, something like that. So I'm gonna put that below. All right, let's get another card from the Angel Tarot. Clarity on the lovers and happy for the day. Card for the highest, greatest good. And that's the King of Raphael. So the King of Cups. This came up in the other reading. But I'm not getting exactly the same energy. I feel like this is a, look at how strong this King of Cups is. Fearless, tackling any problem that comes, I feel like not getting emotionally wrapped up in it, but emotionally strong because of it. Look at how he's riding that wave forward. He's choosing to ride this wave. She's choosing to ride this wave. It's a general reading, so the king could be a male or a female. Water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I feel like this person gives, does charity work, puts their energy and their love into something that can grow, like a really positive, nurturing dad, recognizes talent. I want to say recognizes talents in others and actually like is a support system for maybe children, or like gives opportunity to I'm hearing children. So this is trusting. Yeah, I'm getting like a big papa here. So I'm also looking at this and thinking Neptune and Neptune energy and sudden changes. And I think of the tuning fork when I see that. So I think of sound and vibration being healing. Also vibration in the water, vibrations that relate to emotions. I don't know why I'm getting sound in water with that. And something needing to be tuned, or a tuning, a frequency, something like that. Yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once, to multitask. This is the guy or girl that's pretty good at multitasking. You know, when different energies come, they just kind of move along with it. They move along with the next wave that comes. They don't get wrapped up in when it's kind of like the crane that keeps coming up. They don't get wrapped up in the ripple that went by. They just are sensitive to each one that comes and rides each wave as it comes. It's somebody warm, generous, honorable, and refined. King of Raphael. I think of healing. And there's... He has legs, but there's a mermaid going into the water underneath. So I think of something magical and hidden underneath. Maybe something we don't understand underneath the surface. I think of communication here with the dolphins and like playing, you know, having fun, coming above the surface to hear something, like that leap. I think of that leap of faith, that breath, like, you know, using a lot of energy to come up to the surface and then getting ready to dive back down. But this is the in-breath here. King of Raphael, honorable, refined, generous. I also see confidence here. So maybe somebody was, maybe this is, you know, the King of Raphael is coming into your world. If there's a water sign around you or water in your chart, I feel like something's coming to the surface and there's just, it's calm in the back. It's not rough. You know, it's like he's just not even on the, he's not even on the wave. It's like he found a stable rock to sit on and the waves are just sort of like splashing around him. So let's get more clarity on the King of Raphael. And I'm going to go to the Fairy Tarot and let's get another card for the King. For the 8th, I keep hearing tuning. Maybe some of you like are playing an instrument or practicing something, like tuning an instrument up, an old instrument that's sort of been sitting away. Even if you play that instrument, I'm feeling it's like a different instrument, like one you don't typically play, and you're pulling that out. I know that was specific, but I feel like if you play an instrument, it's not the practicing of the one you normally do. It's tuning up the other one. I hope that's helpful. The one that's different for you, the one that needs to be played. It was like hidden in the closet, hidden underneath the surface. Something needs to come to the surface and like be played with, if that makes sense. So tuning something up and that frequency, creating new harmony, putting a new, yeah, something new in the mix. So let's get another card from the Fairy Tarot. And that's the Hermit. So finding your own light in the dark. Also completion. This brings us to completion. It brings us to the 9th, you know, the 8 to the 9. It's usually a Virgo energy. It could be a Virgo energy in your chart around you. The Hermit is somebody that turns on the light in the dark to show you where the light switch is, to help you turn on your own light. But it's usually solitude, meditation, finding answers in that alone time, that alone space. I feel like it's a teacher too. Not always. I feel like this teacher goes to solitude to find his or her own answers first. And either it's just that divine situation where someone shows up in the dark and needs a light, or needs advice, needs directions, and the Hermit is just there with that little bit of glow to help out, to point that situation a different direction, or point you along your way, or that's you helping somebody else gain direction. There's a gentleness with the Hermit. I always feel like there's a wisdom and a fearlessness. You know, they're sort of a badass, even though they look sort of humble. And, you know, it's like, you know, they look like they're sort of, I don't want to say weak, but I usually think of the Hermit as being like an old man or an old woman, somebody wise, but it could be somebody young. And it's like that hidden ninja, or that, you know, you think that that person is weak, but then they pull out the like kung fu moves. All of a sudden you're like, whoa, 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 what just happened? Kind of thing. So there's like a hidden message there. There's a hidden strength there. There's a hidden talents, and yeah, I'm getting like capabilities and things that you know how to do that you whip out of nowhere to help a situation. Find or be a mentor. Take a break from society and a commitment to your spiritual growth. You know, and this is emotional growth here. I feel like this is something spiritual. That's why it's so solid and coming together as one. Maybe that's why it's so happy. It's deeper than just a physical coming together. It's a spiritual coming together here. It's a spiritual light that's being turned on or deciding on today. It's a spiritual light that's moving us forward. It's that spiritual light switch inside of us that we're turning on, inside of you, inside of someone else around you. You know, it's walking away from something and maybe making a decision with somebody else, about somebody else, towards somebody else. Let me go to the Thelema Tarot and get another card on 9. The Hermit. I see commitment here. And then I look at this and I feel like it's a choice for a commitment on something. Hold on, I have a visitor. I'll be right back. Oh my, we keep getting interrupted. So maybe there's going to be some interruptions. I don't know, maybe with the intimacy thing, maybe in your decision, maybe there were interruptions and you need to go somewhere like quiet so you're not interrupted in this decision or intimacy today. That was a bunch of interruptions in like 5 minutes. So maybe like family, you know, maybe you're constantly being interrupted by family and it's time to just have some solitude, alone time, you know, behind closed doors sort of thing, or get a babysitter, you know, that can help you out. And I just heard bedtime stories to your kids. So maybe like, you know, having, I don't know, the day off, going out to dinner, something like that, where you can feel happy like this is coming about. Maybe a birthday party with children, you know, something like that. I feel like family just came through here. So maybe taking a break from society and spending time with your family, going out to the movies, putting on a movie, playing a you know, a card game or something like that. Doing something outside. I'm getting something physical even. All right, let's pull a card for Tuesday.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, Vinny? And that's the Hermit. So, well, that's a double whammy. So, you know, if we didn't get the message here, it's coming through again. So it's turning our own inner light on, going somewhere quiet, going into the dark on purpose so we can figure something out a different way. So we can, I feel like, light the way for others. I feel like the Hermit's unusual. Like he or she teaches lessons without you knowing you're like learning something. It's fun or magical, mysterious, like something that's revealed. So like, you know, I see like the robes. It's funny, there's also the older man in this one and an older woman in this one. So I think of grandparents. Maybe something, a connection to our elders, to our, to generations, but finding that answer in ourselves, gravitating towards those that have a light on that you feel good around, you know, that feel like that light is actually shining away on something meaningful, like an answer there, like that light makes sense to you, you know, whichever way it comes through. I feel like there's a balance here. Again, look at this with the masculine and the feminine. It's like that's kind of cool. Look, I mean, I feel like there's a coming together here with all of us, with you and someone else. Hello. Or you and yourself, a balance in yourself. Because look at this. It's the Lovers. It's like it's carved out of the one. And then this is both the Hermit. It's completion. It's 9. It's the same card. It's a double whammy. But it's still like the masculine and feminine version of the same. So finding completion in yourself. Turning the light on towards what you go for and what you allow in. Being a teacher to others and allowing lessons in as well. If somebody else has a lesson for you or a light they're shining, you know, for you to see something, allow that light to come through as well. And I want to say, like, get in tune with your own light so that you can provide a bigger light together. You know, or I see it like a moving light, so that you're shining light, like it's almost like the masculine energy is walking around and shining a light on. I'm seeing like this part of the wall in the woods. Maybe one is outside, one is inside. But I feel like you're moving and shining a light on different areas, different situations, different conversations, different parts of you, different things being revealed one at a time. You're not focusing on everything. You're just shining a light on one little area, working that out, working that through, bringing focus, you know, understanding, clarity, strength through that particular area, circumstance, situation, relationship, conversation, whatever it is, and then moving along to the next. Not getting overwhelmed, maybe, you know, with everything else around you, bringing that focus, that decision here with the Lovers to one area at a time. One area that brings balance in a situation. All right, so let's go to the life purpose oracle cards and get into the card for the Hermit, number 9, the Hermit, number 9. That makes me think of the Moon, number 18 a little bit. Things being revealed, secrets being revealed, maybe revealing secrets slowly, coming up with solutions together slowly. When you're out of the mess, out of the chaos, you know, where it feels light. I feel like something's free and light here, and you're in this now, like paying attention to what's on the wall in front of you, the conversation in front of you, the person in front of you. Let's get another card for the 8th. Hello. Hello. And that's study. So paying attention to something. It's also studying wisdom, finding this wisdom in something, a gentle focus. Reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. What brings you balance, what turns your light on, what you're into. You have a key here. You know, it's like you're trying, you have something you have to unlock, something you have to figure out. There's actually like a keyboard and a book together. It's like the computer is the book. So reaching out over the internet, there's also a I want to say like an egg timer. So maybe you do something with cooking, or there's like a time. It's like the sand is falling down. Like you have time. You have time. It's only just starting here. Something's just beginning. So you have time to change, to do research, to discover something, to put energy into something that's quiet. I feel like you're in solitude here. You're figuring something out. You're learning something. You're waiting for something. You're doing that active waiting thing. But I feel like there's something here that's a page turner, you know, something that you saw that you're flipping the page, you're into, you want to learn more about and then do research on, since you're diving into a computer next. So it's like something makes you interested to sit down, put time away to figure something out, to get the ball rolling, get the page turning, get things moving, and then push you along farther in means that stretch you out, like, I want to say across the world, you know, over the wires to others, what you've learned, or you're gaining maybe knowledge across the internet, learning something online, like even online study, something like that, or you're coming up with some kind of thing that you're good at that you can figure out a way to put it together to make like a class or something like that for someone else. So you can be that mentor, something you're good at, you've worked a long time with, but now you're going to figure out a way to put, like, I'm getting like a program or like a school, some way to teach what you know, but make it organized so you can get it out there. So going back to the books and starting at maybe the beginning point here, you know, so you can eventually stretch that out, stretch your light out. What is he? You're like gaining inspiration from spirit here, holding on the staff with your left hand. It's like the energy is going inside of you in the dark here underneath these robes. You know, you're allowing it to merge with your own inner light, your own path, your own like energetic frequency here. And that's making a specific light through your right hand, your creative hand, that you're shining and reaching out for others to notice, to see, to find their own light, to shine their way to somewhere else, your way, point the way. Let's get another card. All right, let's go to the Steampunk Tarot and get clarity on study, the Hermit, number 26, and the Lovers for the 8th of November 2016. And that's Judgment. That's hearing the call. That's number 20. So hearing the call, hearing your call in this. I feel like it's your song. It's also releasing judgment on things that you messed up on, things that didn't work before. Allowing yourself the freedom to find your own inner light, someone else to find their own inner light, to find, I don't know, I feel like you're being rescued. We're being rescued. There's a rescue here. It's like this plane crashed, but yet these people are calm. They know that help is coming. They know help is on the way. And they're waiting for that call. They're waiting to hear that song. They're waiting to hear the inspiration that brings them towards a solution. You know, that idea that's the monkey wrench that throws something in the works, that hot wires that engine together, or duct tapes that propeller back on to get it working. You know, it's that solution, even though it might not be the typical solution or the typical victory. So it's letting the past go, releasing all those judgments of whatever happened to get you there, and whatever woulda, coulda, shoulda that happened to get this to happen, or where you are now, or whatever fell down or fell out of the sky. But it's what's coming now. It's what's coming next that's important. It's where you're going next that's important. It's being in the now of what to do to get you out that's important. It's number 20. So that also makes me think of the 2 magnified. So more more energy, magnified energy. Like I think of the 2 and then a big magnifying glass on top of it, protecting it, surrounding it, giving it more energy, giving it more security. So the 2 is the feminine, allowing something to be, whatever happened here, whatever fell down, whatever it was, and then allowing solutions to come in, allowing that chaos to bring something that's a change in, and hearing the call, hearing the solution, hearing that, I feel like it's recognizing what you need that you were missing before, like, figuring out you put something back together and remembering later that you forgot a part, and then seeing where that part is and then putting it in. Like you wouldn't have even known that part was missing before, but it comes to you with that call, you know, that moment. All right. This deck is also new, so I feel like I should read the statement with Judgment for 20. So let's see what it says for 20. And it's almost completion, you know, it's almost complete. It's when the music beats to the rhythm of your heart and echoes the melody of your soul, you can only ignore it for so long. So it's time for us to not ignore the call, or for you to not ignore this call. It's bringing a solution. It's bringing a way out. It's bringing healing. It's bringing completion. It's bringing you towards a new creative solution. I feel like it's balance. I feel like there's a big angel here with a big sign, you know, for you. That's very specific for you. That brings you balance. That's clear to you. The core meaning is hearing and heeding a call. So not just hearing that call, but knowing that call's for you and having to go towards it, because there's a bigger reason for this balance, this connection, this decision that you have to make than, I would say just you. Maybe it's not just about you. Maybe it's about the bigger picture. March to the beat of your own drummer. She inspired it. So it's not a drum. A strange mystery of it all, that she's playing the same record and yet everyone hears a different tune. That's interesting. So it's a metaphor. So everyone's going to hear that song as something different. Everyone's going to hear a different sign in that situation, or a different solution to that problem. So it's your specific connection that's important. It's your specific song that you hear, and balance and connection and decision that is unique and special. So let's sum up this reading with the Winged Enchantment. Oracle cards, they're all birds, and I feel like there's something with the King of Raphael that's pulling at your heart, pulling at emotions. Maybe you judged in the past something because of emotions, or because of something you still had to learn, and it took time by yourself to learn that, to hear you know, your own heart's desire, your own heart's song, to I hear interpretation. Maybe you had to interpret something on your own or somebody else. I feel like there was judgment in the past here, and judgment is being released. It's lifting up. It's free somehow. There's like freedom of judgment. Maybe everybody, you're like I feel like it goes back to the decision with the Lovers. Everyone's free to hear or make a decision how they choose to have the connection they choose with themselves. They can choose to connect with themselves or not. They can choose to connect to God or not, or to spirit or not. They can choose to connect to, you know, their relationships or not. You know, one could be totally in and one could be totally not. So it's freedom to choose. Freedom to take your time to hear your call. To get up from the fall, to get up from falling down, you know, to adapt and make decisions on things that are good for you. I feel like you're changing your mind on things that are good for you, like what was good for you before, what you thought was your call before, what you thought was your music before is now changing. I feel like it's expanding somehow. Like you're connecting to more music, if that makes sense. Like before you just didn't know about something and now you've heard it and now you're, you know, you're on board with expanding your melody, making it grow today. All right, let's get one more card for the day. And that's the 30, Rooster. Well, that's cool. It's like the 20 to the 30, so I feel like that brings us to the 2, which brings us to the 3 with extra creativity, extra focus on creativity. The 3 is like taking one energy, taking another energy, making friction, merging it, and birthing something new, something magical, something different. The rooster is just, look how beautiful that rooster is. It makes me think of the eggs. I just made an egg for Vincenzo. It was a green egg. Somebody gave us green eggs from their fancy chickens. So it was totally green. I don't have it here, but it was like, you know, like a light pastel green egg, but pretty cool. So maybe there's some color, something unusual coming through today, painting a new picture, seeing with new vision, creativity, like a new filter. Maybe the color somebody sees is different from the color somebody else sees as well. You know, hearing your song, maybe somebody else, you see red and somebody else sees purple. You don't know. Really what anybody else sees. It's up, you know, that's kind of, you know, an interesting concept. So the Winged Enchantment 30 is the rooster. So let's read here. I am rooster, the rising sun and the break of day. I am vitality. I am sexuality. There we go with the lovers. I am the eternal matrix of fertility. That friction, creation. I am the time to act and the need to use force in creation. I am fire and momentum. While the feminine nurtures all things creative, I am the force that shapes the creative. I will guide it. I will give it life. I will mold its most useful form into place. Now is not the time to tend to worn out things, but to light the fire of new life. While you can acknowledge those times of stillness and acceptance, I assure you that it is not time, that this is not that time. I am the creator God, wielding the power of seed and continuity. I am the domain of reproductive potency. Unleash potential and start making things happen. I will give you the new dawn you seek. You are eternal potency. You are conception. You are dawn's triumphant herald. You are rooster. So triumph, victory, passion, something new birthing through, becoming because of this balance between of masculine and feminine. A new call, a new message, a new sound, a new chance, a new start. I feel like it's a new surprise here. So allow a little friction and allow a little surprise in. And I feel like, you know, the last couple days it was the hangman and stillness, and now we're heading towards something birthing through. Fire, momentum, creation, and something that's going to create a spark of something beautiful, you know, something maybe we all hear and turns our lights on today. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.